Got the green dot. Oh shit, no, not yet, sorry. How do I change that? Green dot. Yeah, green dot. All right. Do you want me to do you want me to talk, like see how the audio comes in? Okay. No, not yet. It's just coming through like
Test, test. 1, 2, 3. Test, test. Well, they call them the Voyageurs. That's exactly what they're doing here tonight, all the way across the Bay of Fundy. My name is Dayton Camo, welcoming you inside the Q-Plex here in Quispamsis, New Brunswick, on High Button Sports for a U16AAA matchup between the Dartmouth Voyageurs and the St. John Vitos. The Vitos showing off some new tarps here tonight. A new number change as Max McKinnon going from number 2 on the back end to number 6. Starting in net tonight for the visiting V's, it's number 31, Max Reed. And for the hometown Vitos, it'll be Sam Malia. We're underway here on High Button Sports. This one gets sent into the V's end, a big hit there at the blue line. As Arbo goes into the wall behind him. That one gets sent out front, a good chance out front. And now the V's have this one out to the blue line. A big hit there at the blue line on Henry Ayotte. He gets sent to the ice, and now Lachlan Ross will pick this one back up at the blue line. Sends it across ice, but that one gets chipped to the neutral zone. Whitaker's there, and now it's back to Ayotte. Across to Hillier, and this one's up to neutral ice, and Hillier gets the return feed. This one in through center, and it's up into the bench. 45 seconds into this one. So we're going to face off down here to the left of Milia. Count on the draw. He wins that one, but it's chipped right back into the bench, and we're going to face off right back where we started. Count and Cooling on the draw. One back by Cooling. Nice drop back there. Cooling picks it up, a backhander out to the line. It's grabbed by Olmstead. It's sent back down. Now McDonald down low to Count. He works it down, but he gets worked to the ice down there by Whitaker. And now it's up to the blue line. Cooling works it in, but it's offside. So we're going to face off right outside the V's blue line. Sent behind the net. It's up to Parsons. He's got it on the half wall. Now McQuaid gets bumped at the blue line. He sends it down. Now a penalty coming to the Voyageurs. Now Cooling at the half wall. He's got it there. Now we'll get the first penalty of the game. This one's going to go to the V's. Player making his way over to the box right now. Face off one to Ayotte. He's going to shovel one back out. That's Nate Kaharski in the box here for the V's as the Vitos get set for the power play, working their way up. There's Shanks. And he gets worked offside as they cross the blue line. We'll get a face off right outside the V's blue line here once again. That draw, one back to Hillier, and he sends it down all the way behind the net of the Vitos, and they'll work it up the wall on the power play. Shanks goes cross ice. Havercourt gets bumped And now it's McClellan working his way in. He's going to stop up at the half wall. He gets pinned down there by Ayotte. Sent back to neutral ice, and a good hand-eye there at the blue line by Sutter McQuaid. This one's worked across to Whitaker. Tried to work his way in, but that one just offside. 59 seconds to go in this power play. McKinnon sends it in. Back to Livingstone at the point. He's going to work his way to the middle. Cross ice. Cooling sends a one-timer all the way around the glass and down back to the Vito's end. Now it's McKinnon. If you remember back to the Vito's first game of the season, McKinnon had the overtime winner. Now it's Brake. He'll send a shot up. Or Livingstone, excuse me, sends a shot into the netting. 23 to go in the penalty to Kaharski. Cormier, Shanks, and Bellier out there on the forwards for the Vitos with McKinnon and Livingstone. Down low, Livingstone sends that one out front, but first person on it is a V. Now we're back to even strength. Bellier, a big hit there on open ice on Oivari. Now this one gets chipped to the slot. A couple bodies bang off each other there, and now this one gets sent back down on net, no icing. Back up the wall. This one gets sent back down into the Vito's end. Drop there for McQuaid. McQuaid works it up over the line. This one gets chipped, and now Greeley's on it down low with a Hearn. Now away goes Oivari for the V's. He gets bumped at the line and he sends it in. Now this one's around the boards. Kaharski bumps into Greeley down there. Now it's behind the net. Parsons working his way out front. Count. He takes a big hit in front. This one is turned away by Milia. Now back to the point. Kaharski trying to walk the line, and this one gets sent back down. Big hit there, open ice. Sutter McQuaid taking the best of that one. Now this one gets sent down behind the V's end. It's Henry out there to pick it up. He's going to chip this one up to Parsons. Parsons on the half wall, working his way to center. He takes a bump there. And now here come the Vitos, working their way in. A shot goes wide. Now a defenseman takes a tumble at the point, able to keep it in, plays it down low. Now the Vito's trying to work their way out front. This one gets sent behind the net. And now it's back to the point, saved by Reed, and a penalty coming now to the V's. A cross-checking penalty. Looks like this will be going to Jaden Hall. Oh, Kaz Hillier, my bad. Now this face-off, one back to Trip Livingstone at the point. This one hops off the stick of Cormier, and now they're going to battle down there for it. Back to the wall. McKinnon at the point to Cooling. Cooling to McKinnon. Back to Cooling. One time across. This one off the wall, and now a break chance here for the V's. They're going to work their way in. This one gets taken away by McKinnon. He's going to start his way up the ice one more time. Max McKinnon. Toe drag at the line. This one doesn't get by, and now Cormier sends one cross ice. Jumps out. Now Cooling will have to regroup. Now Cormier tries to go cross ice to Cooling. Cooling sends a shot off the stick of Kaharski. Flutters into the corner. Now Cormier. Down low. Cooling working behind the net. Across to Livingstone. Livingstone shot saved by Reed. He's got the rebound in the skates of Reed. Now Livingstone again trying to work his way out front. Shot saved by Reed, and that one's covered up. 12:22 to go here in the first period. Shots 4-2 in favor of the Vitos. Now Shanks to McQuaid. McQuaid sends this one in. McClellan down there at the point. He hammers Ayotte down there, and now Shanks has it on the half wall. Tries to break in. Has a lane shot saved by Reed. Face-off coming here to the right of Reed. It's won by the V's. This one's back to the point. McQuaid's got a lane. He shot off the shoulder of Reed. Now back to the point again. Off the bar, and this one's into the netting. Shanks looked like he had all the time and space in the world. Sent a shot. Looked like it was labeled for the top corner. Off the bar and into the netting. We're going to face off again to the right of Max Reed. Havercourt coming in to take the draw for the Vitos. McClellan. Teams are back to even strength. Now Shanks has it down low. He's tied up there with two Voyageurs. And now puck jumps out front. Loose puck again, and that one can't be buried home. A good save on the first shot by Max Reed. Now Havercourt has this one back at neutral ice. Now this one gets sent across to Olmstead. He's in the corner. Chips this one back up. Bellier's there for the Vitos. Now this one gets sent to the slot. Oivari's there for the V's, and they'll ship it back to Jake Garbo. He's got it down there. Held alongside the wall. Oivari and Saulnier are down there working for the V's, trying to get this one out. That'll be chipped out to the blue line. Vito's ahead. 3-on-2. A shot from far out goes wide, and it's picked up by Godin. Godin has it around the net. He's going to work its way around, but chipped out to Oivari. Oivari just misses a hit there. Now it's back down into the corner. Kaharski Sends a pass into the skates of Lachlan Ross. He can't accept that one, and it's down for an icing. Just under 10 to go here in the first period. Shots now 7-2 in favor of the Vitos. And folks, pardon me, I believe I gave you guys the wrong starting goaltender for the Vitos in their new jerseys. They've got a new number. Sam Millia is on the bench. It's actually Riva Luca in that tonight. Now the Vitos back at their own end. Trying to get something started here below the blue. Now it's chipped out back to neutral ice. McQuaid fans on his pass in. That's Jackson Moffat down there wearing number 12, getting drawn into the lineup here tonight for the Vs. And this one will come all the way back down to the right of Max Reed, to the left of Max Reed. Moffat and Cound on the draw. Moffat gets thrown out. Pearson will have to come in and take it, but Cound wins this one back to Kaharski. Kaharski has this one in the corner. He's going to chip it up the wall. Ahern has that one a shot off a pad, and this one's back to Cormier at the point. Cormier sends a shot in. This one's saved by Reed. With a couple of bodies in front, he's able to find that one through the screen. And face off one back to Hillier. Hillier's got it. He's going to chip this one up to McDonald. McDonald can't corral that one, and now Counts away down the far side. He stops up. Tries to make a move down there, but this one gets poked away. And now this one gets sent back out to neutral ice. All the way back to Kaharski. Or Ayotte, excuse me. Now McDonald working his way through a couple of Vitos there. Now it's back to Godin. Godin sends this one up, and now we've got a breakaway. But Cutler had that one jump off of his stick, and now McDonald sends it back the other way. Max McKinnon picks this one up in his own end behind the net. He's going to work it out to neutral ice, making a couple moves, and this one is offside just at the blue line. Maybe one too many moves there for McKinnon. And we're going to face off just outside the V's blue line with 8:03 to go here in the first. Chipped out to Parsons. Parsons sends it down. Now Cutler picks this one up. He's going to send it to the point. No one there. Ayotte shot off a stick. Doesn't make it to the net. Now back to DeMille. DeMille sends it out to the neutral ice, and now it's picked up by Livingstone. Livingstone going to work his way in. Tries to make it to the front of the net, and this one's covered up by Max Reed as Hillier gives a shot to Cutler in front of the net. Braden Cowan gets sent out of the face-off circle. Someone else will have to come in for the V's and take it. And it'll be Olmsted. This one is worked out to neutral ice. A chance away for the V's, and they're going to walk in offside. And now some extracurriculars just above the hash marks. Now that'll send Jake Garbo to the box and the V's to the power play with 7:21 left in the first period. Face-off one back to Olmstead. He's got Hall as his partner on the back end. Hall sends a shot in. This one's off the pad of Luca. And it's back down the ice. Conroy Snow is out there with Braden Cowan.
Vito penalty to number 4, Jake Garbo. 2 minutes for running. Garbo, 2 minutes running at 12:30.
Now Olmstead sends a shot in. This one's into the glove of Riva Luca. And we've got a face-off coming in the Vito's end with 6:47 to go here in the first period. Saulnier working in for the draw for the V's. He's going to win this one back to Kaharski. Kaharski sends it across. This shot is blocked at the point. And now it'll come all the way back to Kaharski. He'll have to regroup. Sends it up the wing to Ross. Lachlan Ross sends it down in. Have not seen Kian Osman on the ice tonight for the Voyageurs. Not sure if Osman made the trip over across the bay. Now this one's back down to Kaharski. Up to Saulnier. Back to Kaharski. He's got to make a move with Pearson on him. Now Kaharski up through the middle. Up to Ivari. This one gets sent all the way back down. Max Reed will have to come out and stop it up for Hillier. Now it's up the wall. Morrison tried to work his way in, but he gets stuffed at the blue line, and now Hillier has a chance on the other side. He's going to drop it there for Ross. And that one skips past Lachlan Ross. It's a 2-on-2 now the other way, but Talon Peterson beats Count at the line, but it's offside. What a chance that would have been. 2-on-1 for the Vitos to break in, but gets called at the line. We're offside with 5:24 left to go in the first period. The faceoff coming right outside the V's line. Chipped at by McDonald, but it's going to be worked in. There's Bellier working in on Hillier. And down to the corner. Bellier sends it back up to Godin's point. Godin's got time. He's going to send a shot on off the shoulder of Reed. This one sent back out in front. A good stick there in front of the net to keep this one out. Godin dumped down there in the corner. Now Hillier plays it back in, but Moffat going to work his way out to the line. Driving down low. Dumps it in behind the net. Now Cowan's on it. Cormier at the wall. He pinches in. Now Moffat drops it there. Shot from break was fanned on, and or Bellier, excuse me. And now Cowan breaking it, gets all the way to center, and Cutler drops it to Shanks. Shanks gonna walk in, slap shot off the chest area of Reed. What a couple of saves for Reed. He gets across, makes another save on the rebound, and Max Reed One, two, three rebounds and 1, 2, 3 saves for Max Reed. He's faced 12 so far in the first period. He's kept all 12 out. Might be the player of the game so far for the Voyageurs. This one gets sent back down in the corner. But now the V's will work it out. This one's dropped to Parsons. Parsons going to walk the line, makes a move, but it's taken away. Now a shot coming from Olmstead out wide, and now it's off the side of the net to the corner. Now a breakaway the other way for Livingstone. Livingstone's got to work his way in. Scores! Trip Livingstone says hello to the V's bench on the flyby, and he's got the Vitos up 1-0 early here at the Q-Plex. This one's one back to Morrison, and Morrison will send it across to Kaharski. Kaharski's pass is chipped to the blue line. Parsons is in there working with DeMille. It's worked back to Kaharski. Back to Morrison. Now Kaharski. Up to DeMille, but this one's off his skate. Now Shanks is going to walk in. His shot goes wide, but Havercourt's there to pick it up on the far side. Worked across. Now Parsons chips this one a backhander to DeMille. DeMille works his way in, but that's offside at the blue line. We've got another stoppage play here with 2:57 left to go. After Trip Livingstone gets the Vitos on the board early on the breakaway. Now Jones works over McClellan. Now it's back to the point. Havercourt and Snow. Havercourt flicks the stick right out of the hands of Conroy Snow, and now McClellan's going to work his way in. A good stick by Henry Ayotte to break that one up down low. Now Whitaker's working his way in there with Hillier. Jones sends one out to the middle of the ice, and now McClellan's going to work his way in. Tries a shot, but he's held up. And a good save by Max Reed. So 2:23 to go here in the first period. A face-off will come to the left of Max Reed. Hall picking up behind the net, but now it's dropped. Moffat, the affiliate player, will pick it up as he gets jammed into the boards down low. This one worked out to free space, but now Pearson pinches, misses the pinch, and now Lachlan Ross is away. He tries to hit Snow or Saulnier in the middle, but that one's out of the reach of Saulnier. Ahern has this puck at the blue line. He's going to chip it there and leave it for Pearson. Pearson worked his way in, stood up there by Hall, and now Olmsted trying to do the same. He's met there by the shoulder of Max McKinnon. Now Pearson has it on the half wall. He's going to battle down there with Saulnier and Olmsted. Ross making his way in there as well. McKinnon sends this one around the boards. Whitaker, or Ahern, sends it out to neutral ice. Picked up by Hall. Hall sends it all the way back with 1:16 to go to Olmsted. And now it's back up to Oivari. Darcy Oivari working his way in. Shot off the blocker. Up into the slot, and this one's picked up by Ahern. Ahern chips it out past the line. Now Kaharski has it back to Morrison. Morrison makes a move. And now he's pinned to the wall. Cooley will pump that in. Now it's McQuaid to the corner to Morrison. To Kaharski. Up into the neutral zone, and this one's picked up by Ross. Ross sends it in. Back for Noah Cormier. Almost running into trouble there was Cormier, but gets it up to Greeley. Greeley's going to send this one in with 15 to go. Hillier drops it back. Count at the line. He's going to chip it out. And now a chance with 5 to go, but this one's taken away at the line, and the clock will run out here in the first period. Trip Livingstone with the breakaway goal, putting the Vitos up 1-0 through 20 minutes here at the Q-Plex. We'll be right back on High Button Sports right after this.
Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple.
Welcome back to High Button Sports. My name is Dayton Camo, welcoming you inside the Q-Plex in Quispamsis, New Brunswick for second period action between the V's and the Vitos. We're underway as this one gets brought back to center by Parsons, and this one's over the net. Ayot's there to pick it up, but he gets dumped. And now the Vitos are away. It's a 2, maybe a 3-on-1. A shot from McClellan. That gets turned aside by Reed, and the rebound gets turned aside by Reed as well. Now Ayot brings it back in. He's stopped at the line. DeMille runs into his man there. That's Cormier. Now Olmstead chips this one up to Parsons. Parsons gets knocked off the puck and sends it up to the slot. And now it's Whitaker. He's battling down there for it. Cormier takes a fall at the blue line. It's pumped back in, and Ayot sends it back up to center ice. Now there's Jones. He sends it into the middle of the ice. Now it's picked up again by the Vitos. There's a pass for Havercourt that's out of his reach, and it'll go behind the net. Won't make it for icing. Now it's chipped to center ice. This one out of the reach of Morris. And it's sent back down into the Vito's end. They're there to pick it up. That's McQuaid. Now it's in a neutral ice. This one's dumped in to the Voyageurs, and they're going to skate it out to neutral ice. There's a pass there for Ross, and that one's into the penalty box. We'll get a stoppage play, first stoppage play of the period with 8:13 to go. Saunier and Cooling on the draw. Some shoving off the draw there from Livingstone and Ross, but Cooling gets bumped out of the draw, and Cutler wins this one back. Now McKinnon, he's going to flip one out high to center ice, picked up there by Morrison, and dropped off to Ayot. Or Kaharski. Kaharski up the wall to Ross. He's going to chip this one across to Oivari. Oivari sends a shot on, and that one's gloved down by Revaluka. Now Cound will work in on the draw against Greeley. Cound will get thrown out. Draw one back by the Vitos. It's up the glass, out to neutral ice. That one gets thrown ahead, and a hand pass will be called there. Kaharski tried to be as secretive as he could with that hand pass, but I picked it out right away from up here, and the referees did as well. This one dumped into the zone. Kaharski picks it up. Now makes it back to the line. Shanks has a shot. This one just off the glove, it looked like, of Reed. Now pass across to Kaharski. And now McDonald works his way in. Back to the point to Morrison. Morrison works his way in with the shot. Scores! Keegan Morrison leads the flybys here for the Vitos, or for the V's. He sends one to the top corner from the point, and we're all tied up. Now the Vitos will work this one back down into the offensive end. Glove down by Reed, and we'll get a quick stoppage. Shots now 17-8 in favor of the Vitos. You hear the roll call there. Morrison from Muse and McDonald. Now Ayotte will send this one up to the point, chipped over a couple sticks, and now Noah Cormier's back for the Vitos to pick it up. Up to Moffat. Moffat passes that one up to Ahern. Ahern tried to drop it back to him, but now it's up the wall, and Henry Ayotte's away for the V's. Now that one gets sent to neutral ice. Tried to hit Saulnier back to the point, and Hillier brings this one across. Offside, 16:41 to go here in the second period. Tie game now thanks to Keegan Morrison. A bullet from the point found its way through into the top corner. Now this one gets sent back out to neutral ice. Ayotte picks it up for the Voyageurs. Works across to Godin. Godin sends his man to the ice. That's Saulnier. Now Saulnier picks it up. Sends it behind the net. Now Moffat back out front. Ahern now has a chance. This one scores! Welcome to the big show, kid. What a way for your first. Jackson Moffat, the affiliate, gives the Vitos the lead 2-1 here in the second period. Now the V's, right after going ahead, another chance in front. This one turned aside, couldn't get to the front of the net. A good stick from Parsons. Now a chance for Havercourt. He's got a shot on, and that one's turned aside by Reed down low. Out to the point, DeMille sends this one to neutral ice. It's off a shin pad of Olmsted, and now McClellan tries to work it back down low. This one battled for down in the slot area, and now it's finally picked up. DeMille will have it and chip it back down in to the Vito's end. It'll be Jake Arbo. He'll pick it up, battling down there with Parsons. Now it's off the wall. Got a chance for Havercourt to break out. This one chipped past him by Kaharski, and now it'll be back out to neutral ice. Arbo and DeMille working at it there, and now it's picked up by Max McKinnon. His pass out to the neutral ice is picked up by Cutler, and Cutler will send a long shot in off the dasher. And now it's Ross. Ross behind the net. Breaking out front, a chance. What a toe save by Max Reed. Now Cutler working his way in again. Another shot by Reed. And the shot by Arbo goes over the net. This one's chipped all the way down. Riva's going to have to come play it. And he does. Now it's all the way out to Cutler. 2-on-1 for the Vitos breaking in. Now Cutler works his way in. And Kaharski will play a backhander off the glass. Now Cooling working in. That's Ross. He picks it up. Back to Arbo at the point. Now Cutler driving wide. He's going to work his way behind the net. He avoids the hip check there from Ayotte. And now Ross chips this one past his man, but the Vito's there to recover. That's Shanks. Sends it back across. Oivari makes a move on Arbo. Now Cooling in there, working for it. Comes out to Oivari. Oivari's backhander can't make it to the net. Now a chance away, a 2-on-1. 3 maybe for the Vitos. Shanks has a shot off the pad. This one's back down in the corner, plays it across. But Livingstone makes a move. Now, Cooley's shot goes up into the netting, and we'll get a face-off. 12:27 left to go here in the first period. Or second period, excuse me. Shots now 22-8 in favor of the Vitos. The Vitos pouring them on, but only a 1-goal lead. Now Ayal working his way in. He's going to shovel one towards the net. Saved by Rivaluka. Now loose puck is gathered up by Cowan. He's going to drive in behind the net. Braden Cowan looking for a man out front. Had Muse all the way open. Would have been a great chance for Henry Muse, but it's sent on net. And now back behind the Vito's net once more. Cross ice pass. Dumped in. Greeley's on it. Greeley and Ayotte run into each other behind the net. Cowan sends this one to McDonald. McDonald sends it back across to Ayotte. Henry Ayotte up the boards to Henry Muse. Now Cowan breaking in. Now it's sent back all the way for Sutter McQuaid. McQuaid gonna work his way up, sends one down the ice off the wall. It'll make its way the length of the ice, and we'll get a stoppage of play for the icing with 11:14 to go in the second period. Battle along the wards. Hall sends it across to Olmsted. Now Olmsted's pass gets out to neutral ice, but can't get by the blue line as Cormier works it in. Now here goes Snow. Conroy Snow, 3-on-1 for the Voyageurs with Ahern trying to break back. Jones sends this one back to the line. Skips over the stick of Olmsted. Now it's way back. This one will go for the ice. Morris leaking in on the near side in the face-off dot. They kick DeMille out. Parsons comes in. Olmsted drops this one back into the corner. Now it's worked out and a breakaway chance here again for the V's, but a great defensive play by Hall to break it up. Now a chance the other way for DeMille. DeMille works a shot. That one's saved by Rivaluka. Now, folks, I Do apologize on the second goal. I said it was Jackson Moffat, the affiliate. It's actually, as there's a chance in front, they score! Ryan Morris ties this one up for the Voyageurs. We've got a 2-2 hockey game. And like I was saying, folks, number 12, the affiliate player for the Vitos, not Jackson Moffat like I have on my roster sheet. It was credited to Davis McQuaid. But now the Dartmouth Voyageurs have tied this one back up. 2 apiece here in the second period. So 2s across the board. Shots 22-13 now in favor of the Vitos. Things getting worked out over at the benches. And now the referee will work his way back to center ice. We'll get ready for puck drop. And the Voyageurs win this back to Morrison. Now Kaharski gets the blue line, gets bumped there at the half wall. And now a chance down low for DeMille. He picks it up, tries to hit Parsons as he was breaking in. Now a 3-on-2 the other way. A chance for Livingstone to break in. Or McClellan, excuse me. Now a puck battle down in the near side corner. He's going to get to the loose puck first. He chips it up the wall. Now Shanks has it and sends it back down low to McClellan. McClellan behind the net. Loses that one, and now Kaharski sends it to Parsons along the half wall. Just gets to the blue line, and now it's DeMille working his way in. A penalty call coming now to the Voyageurs. Chance out front. This one just turned aside by Riva Luca. But now we've got a slashing call coming and some extracurriculars right in the slot. But it'll be Grayson Shanks heading off for 2 or less for the slash. Face off one back to Aya on the power play. Now Hillier drops it down to Oivari. He's working down there and he leaves it for Ross. Now Ross to Oivari. Behind the net, tries to center one out front. This one gets turned aside by Sutter McQuaid. Now it's back out to the point. Ayotte sends a shot through off the post. Now Hillier on the rebound, sends one in front, turned aside by Riva Luca. Now it's back to the point. Ayotte to Saunier. Saunier's shot off a skate. Back to Ayotte. To Hillier. Hillier's shot over the net, and that one's into the corner. Back up to Saunier at the point. To Ayotte. Ayotte's shot blocked in front. Now Hillier. Down low to Oivari. Now Ayotte at the top of the zone to Saunier. He's going to work in, take a shot. This one rebound in front. Turned aside by Luca. 2 or 3 chances turned aside right there by the Vito's goaltender. And now it's back to Hillier. That one turned aside by the pad of Luca. Again, a good redirection. No, Oivari. Working it down low. Back to Hillier. Across to Saunier. Saunier, quick shot. That one just goes wide. Now it works its way back out to the point. A loose puck. Greeley tried to swipe at it. Almost had short-handed breakaway. But now here goes Henry Ayotte trying to work his way in through a couple of men. Scores! danced his way through everybody. And Henry Ayotte has the Voyageurs up 3-2. Face off, one down into the Vito's end after a great chance and a great finish by Henry Ayotte. A couple of good moves, working his way to the front of the net, stuck with it, and got his own rebound, putting it past Rivaluka. And now the Vitos lead this one 3-2. Some extracurriculars in front after a snow shower from Case and Cooling. And now this will take Braden Cowan to the box. And the Vitos will go back to the man advantage. Shot by Cormier right off the draw, and this one saved by Max Reed once more. So Billier, Cormier, Cooling with Max McKinnon and Trip Livingstone out there for the Vitos. Now it's McKinnon back to the point, sends a shot through glove by Reed. Now another chance here for the Vitos off the draw. Works it back to Max McKinnon. McKinnon walking the line like he does so well. Sends it down to Billier. Back to Cooling. Gonna work his way out front. Tried the short side lift, but couldn't get it. Now Livingstone tried to work his way back out front. A shot saved by Reed. Now a loose puck in front. Back to Cooling. Cooling sends a shot over the net. Now a chance out front again for Livingstone. Puck saved by Reed. Defender falling on him. And with 6 minutes to go here in the second period, this Vito's power play that has been deadly all season long could really give their team some momentum heading into the break with a goal here. 1:07 left to go in the penalty to Braden Cowan. Now back to Shanks. Shanks shot off the glove of Reed. Looked like that one was labeled for the top corner. Shanks again. Gets pinned on the wall, and now a chance to clear this one for the V's, and they will. This one's all the way down, stopped up by Luca. Left there for McQuaid. Long pass up to McClellan. Into the neutral ice for Whitaker. Whitaker drops it for McClellan. Now back to Shanks. Shanks sends it in behind the net. Kaharski gets to it first. He's going to rip one out to the blue line. It gets past both blue lines, and this will be back down into the corner for Grayson Shanks. He'll knock it across to Sutter McQuaid. McQuaid's picking up some speed, moving it to center ice. He's going to rip a shot on off the blocker of Reed. Back to the point for Shanks. Shanks shot. Glove by Reed. This face-off tangled up, and Jones will flip across to Snow. His team's back out to even strength. This one's out to neutral ice. It's going to be dumped in. Big hit down there in the corner. Now it's worked out in front. Now a chance again for McQuaid, almost just like his first. He almost had his first and his second in the NSU 16 AAA Hockey League in one night. Now Cowan comes in. This one's taken away from him, and now it's going to be walked back in by the Vito's. A big hit from Kaz Hillier. And it's worked in offside. We'll get a face-off right outside the V's blue line with 4:04 to go here in the second period. We thank you for tuning in to High Button Sports wherever you are across the Maritimes. Now Billier sends this one down deep. Parsons tried to chip that one past go to him, but it's sent back down for Hall. Now Parsons, his pass off the skate of Pearson, but it's back out to neutral ice. Ross tried to work his way in, but he worked on offside. Now Parsons sends his man to the ice, and now a chance for Ross. He's working the other way. Now Parsons to Saunier. Saunier works in, shot by Saunier is gloved up by Riva. And with 3:18 to go, we will get a face-off to the right of Riva Luca. Shots 30-20 now in favor of the Vitos. But the Voyageurs, after two quick ones here in the second, lead now 3-2. Now a chance for Cutler to work out, but he's bounced off the puck. And now Livingstone has it down the far side. He works in, has it in his skates. He's taken off the puck by Hall, and now Cutler tried to break up a pass sent the other way. A chance for Shanks in front, but this one is gloved down. That was cooling, excuse me, but Max Reed flashing the leather once again. Tied up off the draw again. Morrison picks it up, sends it across to Kaharski. Kaharski makes a move on his man down there. That's Livingstone. He's going to work it out to neutral ice. Chips it in. Cormier sends a pass up to Livingstone. It's out of the reach of him. He's got it down near the hash marks. Tries to go upstairs, but now it's around the glass. Cormier has it down low. He runs into his man in the corner. That's Morrison. Now it's back out to Cooling at the point. He's got a man on him, backhands it down to Cormier. Cormier chips it low behind the net, and now Kaharski sends it around. McQuaid fanned on it, but keeps it in. Now he's working in with a shot gloved by Reed. And that's one more glove save added to the tally for him. If I was the Vito's coaches, I'd be saying shoot blocker side, because this Max Reed kid is going to catch everything you send his way. Now a chance for McClellan. Chips it across to Shanks. Shanks working in. His shot scores! Grayson Shanks works in off the loose puck, picks it up, rips one top corner, and we're all tied up here at the Q-Plex. Now this puck gets sent back down to Arbo behind the net. Up the wall, and now a chance again. Here's Havercourt. He sends a shot in off the pad of Reed. And now Parsons working his way the other way. A 3-on-2 the other way for the Voyageurs. Parsons sends one around the net. McClellan on it first, chips it to the line. Ayotte keeps it in. Off the stick of McKinnon, and now Godin sends it to center ice. It's worked in offside. A couple of Vitos run into each other, and now chance the other way for DeMille. DeMille gets run into at the line by Godin. And now McKinnon tries to work it up. It's Hall who gets it. Now McKinnon working his way in, tries to send a man in front. That's McClellan. Now it's worked behind the net. Havercourt lost sight of it. Now he's working down there with Ayotte. Hall comes away with it up the wall. Out to neutralize. A good stick by McKinnon to keep it in. And now McKinnon keeps it in again. This one finally chipped past Max McKinnon, but he'll pick it up in his defensive zone. McKinnon working up with it. He sends a pass up the wall to Havercourt. Havercourt's working in. He has this one taken away by a couple of Vitos, and away goes Lachlan. Ross sends a pass out to Saulnier. And now Ross has a lane working in. Shot goes wide. Oivari sends a shot off the side of the net. And that will do it. Through 20 minutes of play, we've had a scoring outburst in the third period. And we'll hope for more here in the third period. Stay with us here on High Button Sports.
Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple. Tonight's stream is brought to you by John Ross & Sons, Atlantic Canada's scrap metal pros. Cleaning out the garage, job site, or shop, turn your steel, copper, and aluminum into cash. Drop off at their HRM locations or book a convenient bin for bigger hauls. Family-owned, environmentally responsible recycling that keeps our community clean and jobs local. Visit jrsons.ca and tell them High Button Sports sent you. John Ross & Sons, scrap metal made simple.
Third period action. Welcome back inside the Q-Plex and Quiz Bam Sis for the third period between the Vitos and the Voyageurs. 3-3 is the score. And if both of the Vitos games I've done this season have anything in common with tonight, then folks, we might be going to either overtime or the shootout. But here goes the Vitos working in a goal and a half. Trip Livingstone picks up his second of the game, and the Vito skipper puts them back ahead 4-3. Now Olmstead shovels one deep into the Vito's end. It's picked up there by Shanks. He falls, sends it to McKinnon. McKinnon will send one out to neutral ice. Now it's sent back in. Olmstead to Hall. Shot off the pad of Reed. Jonah Carew also not in the lineup tonight for the V's. Now Parsons around the net, finds some open ice. He's going to take advantage of it, makes a move there at the blue line on Havercourt, and Parsons has this one skip off the stick of Jaden Hall back down to Max Reed. He'll cover up just to be safe. 18:25 left to go here in the third period. A quick goal off the hop from Trip Livingstone. Face-off will be redone. Seems like almost every face-off this game has had a centerman been kicked out of it, but now McClellan waved out. Whitaker in. Draw one back by Whitaker. Sent in. And now Cowan will break it out for the V's. He's got speed, breaking down the right-hand side. Tried to chip it past his man. Goes in offside. And now Morrison will have to collect it and send it back to Kaharski. Kaharski up the middle, but that one's taken away by Greeley and swept back down. Now it's worked up for Cowan. Cowan will backhand this one deep into the corner. McKinnon picks it up, puts on the brakes, and now spins a couple more times. Backhand sauce out to the half wall, and it's chipped away, and down goes Greeley, working in wide. Bumped there by Morrison. Bumped it again, and now Morrison picks up the puck behind his own net. Up the wall. This one's sent down by Muse. It'll go all the way, and that will be an icing. 17:25 to go. We'll get a face-off back down to the right of Max Reed. Shauna Ahern, Braden Cowan on the draw. Ahern wins this one to the half wall. But Cowan going to chip this one to the blue line and out. Now Colton McDonald has a chance, breaking down, going to stop up at the half wall, try to center one. He's still got it. Dancing down low. He's put to the boards, and now it's back out to Ayotte at the point. Ayotte sends this one in. Couple of V's will go off for a change, allowing an easy break out there for the Vitos, but they'll send it down the ice, and it'll go all the way for an icing. Face off. Chipped ahead by Pearson. And he'll get this one deep into the V zone. Ayotte there to pick it up one more time for the V's. Chips it out off the stick of Oivari, and now Oivari's got it back. He's away, breaking down in, sends a low shot off the pad of Luca Riva. Now Ayotte gets pinned down and taken down to the ice by Talon Pearson. Now a chance for the Vitos behind the net to set up. Ross chips at that one. And now Ayotte. He's battling down there for it too. Now Saunier comes in and picks it up. Saunier's pass up through the middle. This one's off a skate. They call an ice, but it'll go right on net. Turned aside by Riva Luca. And then it's chipped down to Pearson. Pearson on the near side takes a shot. Now Cooling across and a beautiful save from Max Reed. Slides across to deny the backdoor pass. Max Reed making another one of his 33 saves here this evening. Now Arbo sends this one deep behind the net. Tried to be chipped out front. Now this one's got to by Shanks. Shanks is in the corner with it. Cutler tried to send one out front. Now Cooling and Shanks battling for it. Olmsted comes away with it. This one gets over to the V's line. Now it's Livingstone. He's already got two this evening. Working in. Now Arbo picks up the loose puck. Tried to send it on net. Turned aside by Reed. Now the V's are away. 2-on-2 with Cutler breaking back. Move there from Cowan doesn't go. And now a quick shot is saved by Riva Luca. They chip off the glass. Livingstone has a chance. He's got another chance. Makes a move. Puts one on net. Turned aside by Reed. And there's save number 35 on the evening for Max Reed. Face off to the right of Max Reed. 14:49 to go. Kaharski picks it up in the corner, flips it off the glass. Out to Godin. Godin mishandles it at the red line and picked up by Havercourt. Havercourt has it off the glass, puts it to Kaharski. It's past Kaharski. Now Havercourt has a 2-on-1. He's going to work and scores! Right where Mama keeps the cookies, top shelf, Lucas Havercourt, and it's 5-3 Vitos. Ayotte sends this one down deep. Havercourt has it again. Circling behind his own net. Chipped out to Bellier. Bellier can't get it there at the point. Now it's dumped down deep. Back behind the net. McKinnon working down there. Now Bellier has it chipped off his stick. It's out to neutralize a high riser. Now Hillier sends it back in front of the net to Ayotte. Ayotte tries to chip it up to DeMille. Now Hillier has it back behind his net again. Ayotte up to Parsons, to DeMille at center. Now it's back to Ayotte. He'll send it all the way in. McKinnon circling back, sends one up to Havercourt. Ayotte had one taken away from him by Whitaker. Whitaker tied up there with DeMille. And now a toe drag backhand pass by Max McKinnon to McClellan as he's bumped. Now Hillier up to Parsons. Parsons makes a move. And now McDonald picks it up at the half wall. It's sent across to Hall at the point. Hall's shot can't make its way through. Now it's centered in front by Morris. This one's chipped to the blue line, doesn't get out. Now McClellan on it for the Vitos. He's circling behind the net, out front. Saved by Reed, and this one just fanned on by McClellan, covered up at the last second by Max Reed. And the Vitos almost tripled their lead here in the third period. A great pass out front, a chance in front. That one's just flipped over the net. Ahern misses his hit, and now Cowan has a chance to go away. McDonald sends it in deep. Picked up by Cormier behind the net, back out to the point to Olmsted. Olmsted sends this one back in, and it's up into the netting. We're going to face off here to the left of Riva Luca. Cormier tries to backhand this one to McQuaid. McQuaid's taken down. Still tied up down there with Oivari. And now, chance for the Vitos to break out. Pearson. He runs into Hall. Now this one's sent back into the Vitos, and Ross will pick it up, send one out to Saunier. But sent right back in. Ross picks it up again. Makes a couple of moves. This one's picked up by Ahern. Ahern makes a move on Ross, working in. Puck comes back to Olmsted. Olmsted will shovel one out to center. It's right back to Shanks, and Shanks will send it in. Cormier back to the bench. Now Ross. Ross will stop up at the line. Send it back to Hall. Now it's up to Ross. Ross to Oivari. Battle for the puck along the near side wall. Cutler brings it in. But now Kaharski's on it again for the V's. Up to Oivari. Here goes Grayson Shanks working his way in. Shot saved by the glove of Max Reed. .10-13 to go here in the third period. Shots now 43-21 in favor of the Vitos. Cowan behind the net, up the wall to Jones, but that pass gets flipped back in. Now Jones has it again. It's up to Cowan. Cowan goes cross ice to Snow, but it's taken away. And now Livingstone was almost sent in free. Now a high-rising puck gets caught by Kaharski. It's sent to center, and Jones is away, working his way over the blue line. He works in offside, and that'll bring us a face-off. 9:35 left to go here in the third period. Ayotte sends it in, tried to lay a cross-check there on Max McKinnon as he was going by, missed the cross-check and sent himself to the ice. Now a shot from Hillier goes over the net. Ayotte works it in. Now Morris out front, a backhand chance, and they score! Don't tune out yet, folks. This one's not over. As Blake DeMille finds the back of the net. And the Voyageurs have cut the Vito's lead to 1. Now that one's pushed ahead by McQuaid. He's got a chance to go in and scores. Lucas Havercourt has his second of the game, breaks in on the 2-on-0, flips one over the blocker of Max Reed. And right after the Vitos cut the lead to 1, or the V's cut the lead to 1, the Vitos right back on the scoreboard with one of their own. 6-4, 9:04 to go here in the third period. And the V's have brought themselves 1 goal closer.
Number 19, Blake DeMille. Assist number 17, Henry Ayotte. And number 26, Ryan Morris. DeMille from Ayotte and Morris at 10:46. Vito, 6 goals. Scored by number 11, Alexander Daigle. Assist number 17, Tennyson Garvan. Daigle from Garvan at 10:56.
Big hit there at neutral ice by Sutter McQuaid on Colt McDonald, and this one gets sent back into the Vito's end. Worked in by Whitaker. And folks, another name correction. My apologies. Number 11, not Lucas Havercourt. It's Alexander Daigle. He's got 2 tonight for the Vito's. Now Whitaker works his way back up to center ice off the skate. Now Muse will send this one to the right-hand side. It's worked in. Reed turns that aside. Hall picks it up behind the net. He's going to backhand it up to Cowan. Cowan loses it in his skates. Now Shanks at the point. Sends it deep. Now Cowan has it wide. He's going to work in, try to break to the net. But he's met by 2 Vitos there, and it's covered up by Riva Luca. Quick shot off the face-off, saved by Riva Luca, and now we'll get another face-off. Here to the right of Luca. One back to Kaharski. Kaharski working along the half wall. This one's worked all the way back to Morrison. He's going to send a long pass up to Saunier. This one's broken up by Arbo. Now Oivari tries to work in. Lachlan Ross is down there, and Darcy Oivari picks it back up, sends it out front. Can't get one to go. And now Grayson Shanks picks it back up. Sends it up to the wing. Dumped in. Pearson's first on it. Gonna try to send one out front. Gets it back from Ahern. Now it's out to Ivari. Out to Lachlan Ross. Ross has one man to beat. Can't get some speed, and now it's taken away. Work back the other way for Pearson up at the line. Couple of bodies fall down there in the corner. Now it's picked up again. Braden Cowan working his way out. He gets met by the hip of Tennyson Godin. Now McKinnon working his way, and Max McKinnon, you've seen him do it before, but it's saved by Max Reed. Braden Cowan in front saying hello to Alex Cutler with a few cross checks in front of the net. Shanks, Livingstone, or Cooling, Livingstone, and Cutler with Godin and McKinnon. Now, here's Jones. He's breaking out. McKinnon had all the speed to get back and break that one up, and now the Vito is trying to break out of their own end. Chipped up to center. Livingstone, or Cutler, sends this up to Cooling. And Cooling takes a hit down there in the corner. Looks like it might have knocked the wind out of him. Gets up, he'll go back to the bench. Hopefully he's all right. These two teams back at it, 10:40. Or no, these teams not back at it, 10:45. That's my mistake. The Fundy Thunder in town tomorrow at 10:45 a.m. So hopefully Case and Cooling back on the bench and ready to go for that one if he's not back on the ice tonight. McQuaid gets pinned behind the wall by Hall, and now Parsons gets to this one behind the net. Works it out front, has a lane, and now DeMille sends a pass back to Parsons at the center, and this one's broken up by McQuaid. McQuaid takes a couple of cross checks. Now Olmsted down low. He's taken down. No call on the play. Now it's behind the net. Dag. Now a shot around the glass by McQuaid. Picked up by DeMille. Parsons has it down there for the V's in the defensive zone. Back to McQuaid out front of the slot. A pad save off the shot by Bellier. Now Dag works his way into the slot. Another shot, pad saved by Max Reed. Now it's back to the point. McQuaid has a shot off the blocker. Now one more shot, doesn't make its way through. And now Parsons off the wall picks it out for the Vitos, but Bellier's away. Driving down the wing, his shot off the stick of Olmsted. He'll try and center one again off the post. Now it's back to the point. Daigle again for that hat trick, but he can't get it to go. It's saved by Reed, and that's 50 on the night in this shot department for the St. John Vitos. Over twice as many shots tonight thrown towards the net for the Vitos as compared to the Voyageurs. Only 24 for the Vs. That's one thing about this Vitos team. They love to put pucks on net. Now a chance out front for the Vitos, and that one goes wide off the stick of Livingstone. Got two players on hat trick watch so far tonight for the Vitos. Trip Livingstone, Alexander Dag, both with two tonight. Now this one gets sent by Cooling all the way to the neutral ice. It'll roll back down to the red line. Morrison's there for the Vs. They'll send it back behind the net to Kaharski, up to Count. Now Livingstone working in. Trip Livingstone shot. He fanned on it, and now Max Reed will cover that one up. We'll get some extracurriculars after the whistle. now with 3:11 left to go, we'll get a face-off to the right of Max Reed. Morris gets thrown out. And Muse will come in to take the draw. One back to the point to McKinnon. McKinnon working the line. That one comes out. Cooling pokes that off the stick of Morris. Morris sends a backhander to center ice to McDonald. McDonald sends that in. He's met there by Godin with a hit along the glass. Now Greeley working it in. That one's knocked off his stick, and now McClellan has it in the corner. Hillier picks it up for the V's. Up to Morris. And McDonald tries to send it up the wall and out, but two Vitos falling. Still able to put it back in was Greeley. Up the wall. Backhanded to center ice. McKinnon, he makes a move. He's going to try and work his way in. Max McKinnon, maybe one too many moves, and now a chance the other way for Sonia. He's trying to break that one in and drop it to McDonald, but McDonald, that one was out of his reach. Now McKinnon. The V's elected to pull the goalie, but Reed quickly had to get back to his net as the Vitos were breaking out. Now McKinnon has it behind the net, sent it out front. Now a chance, a backhand on, saved by Reed. Rebound will be pounced on and put in. Call it a touchdown +1. Jacob Greeley puts the Vitos up 7-4. A minute 30 to go.
Vito's goal, score number 20, Jacob Greeley.
Jones tries to chip this one to center. This one's off a stick and back behind the net. Chipped out to the line. Whitaker sends it back in, and now Pearson has a chance. He sends his shot over the net. Now Jones is in there working. Gonna get some help from Olmsted behind the red line. This one's sent to neutral ice. Cormier there for the Vitos. He's going to send it across to his partner. Sutter McQuaid. McQuaid working his way in. Going to drive wide. Now Cormier tried to make a couple moves there at the blue line. Taken away off the skate of Jones, and now Sean Ahern moving in. His shot saved by Reed. Picked up in the corner, sent back down to Ahern. Ahern loses that one, and Ethan Parsons picks it up with 20 to go here for the Vitos. This one's played to Ahern. He gets knocked over by Jaden Hall. A long pass here for Parsons, and with 10, Parsons is working in, driving wide. He gets taken down, a pass out front. Can't find a stick, and with 3 seconds left, the Vitos will take home the 2 points. A 7-4 win here for the St. John Vitos over the Dartmouth Voyageurs. A couple of goals from Alexander Dagla, a couple of goals from Trip Livingstone, and the Vitos still undefeated in regulation here at the Q-Plex. We'll be back with more Vitos hockey tomorrow, 10:45 a.m. as they welcome the Fundy Thunder here to the Q-Plex. My name's Dayton Camo for High Button Sports. We'll see you